Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Eli and Me podcast. My name is Eli.
And I'm Eli.
And together we are Eli and Me.
Me.
We're reporting to you from the workshop, and we can't wait to see what's in store for us tonight. But
Episode 3, it's going to be a good one.
yeah, Eli and Me, episode 3.
Glad to have you guys back. Huge improvement in the setup here.
That's right, yeah. Well, I mean, right now I'm looking at my phone. We're recording from my phone over there on a tripod. We've got a nice little pronged tripod setup. That one, the one that I'm looking at right now, is courtesy of Elijah's mother-in-law.
Not true. Not yet.
No, but anyways, we've got an actual phone mount for that one. I'll get this pen out of here so I don't keep clicking it.
Shout out Karen Howard.
Yeah, Karen Howard, thank you so much. Over to my right, Elijah.
Yeah, so the phone I'm looking at here, my iPhone XR. A nice green tape job.
Yeah.
On a tripod that doesn't have the prong for the phone, but the tape holds it up quite well.
We are working to improve our setup every week. And, right now we were able to get one phone mount. We didn't have enough for two. So that's what we're working with right now. And that's just the way it goes at the start, right? But yeah, I'm speaking into what is this? A Rode NT1000. And this isn't my microphone, but I'm borrowing it, and it's very high quality. I'm not sure if the video does it justice, really, or my recording job does, but yeah, that's what we're working with here.
Yeah, this mic here, the AKG Perception 200. Yeah, quite a beautiful blue mic. The shocks on it and the nice mic stand here. So
that one's more of that one is my microphone. That's more of a budget microphone.
Yeah,
and
it does the job though.
Yeah, it definitely does the job. And if I weren't to tell you that, you might not be able to tell. I'm not sure. But yeah, anyways, we're working with a limited supply, and we're enjoying every second of it, right? So,
yeah. So our editor last week for episode number 2, as you guys noticed, the kind of split screen action, half Eli, you know what I'm saying? So the editor of that was Malachi Dryden, my younger brother, Executive Take Media on Instagram.
Great job, Malachi. It was amazing.
Yeah, he killed it. The editor today for episode number 3 is Isaiah Brown. So what have you been up to this week?
Well, what have I been up to? I mean, I had a project that took up most of my free time, but I was working all week. I had the project. I was Valentine's Day was last week.
Yeah,
that was fun. I got to go to a restaurant and exchange gifts with my girlfriend, which was fun. And yeah, it was great. I really enjoyed it. We went to Milestones in Kelowna, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fan favorite?
It was okay. We tried to get on the waiting list or we tried to get a reservation at some other places, but Milestones was open, so we went there. But honestly, I have to say, it was kind of it was okay. The food was good. The service wasn't great.
Oh no.
Yeah, but I mean, we still made it a good Valentine's Day, and we enjoyed ourselves. But that's what happened.
That's always a tough situation when you're all amped up about a special occasion.
Yeah.
You get out to the restaurant and the service just lets you down.
Yeah, exactly.
It happens.
The service was okay, and I feel like the food at Milestones, I mean, like, I feel like I can say this because it's not just a small business, it's Milestones, but it's like a wannabe Cactus Club, but like without the quality and without the service. I don't know.
Bold take, but yeah.
Bold take. Anyways.
Yeah, I agree.
Then maybe it was just I have very, very limited experience, but anyways, after Valentine's Day, Valentine's Day was on Tuesday. Dang. We're just getting started.
Yeah.
I went on a retreat with Willow Park. They had Arctic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Willow Park Church Arctic retreat was fun. Instead of Rush Conference, which is like a pretty popular Christian youth conference that they used to do, they started doing Arctic, which is a winter retreat. They go out, drive out in a school bus to Grand Forks, and we spent the weekend at Pines Bible Camp. So that was really fun. I enjoyed it a lot. I played music there, and it was really fun. And we got to spend a lot of time in community. It was it was actually really really good. And I would definitely promote it.
Yeah.
It's not a business thing, but which you normally talk about. It's more of a nonprofit, but the amount that you get out of it based off like compared to what you put in is like insane. It's such a good experience.
Yeah.
And I'd recommend it to anybody who's in high school next year. I'll probably be there again, but that was we released our podcast on Friday.
Yeah.
That was really fun, and we got to hear what people had to say about it, and it was really fun. But that brings us basically to this week, where we're now working on our next podcast, and we're excited to share with you what else we have in store. So
yeah, thank you guys all so much for the support. We surpassed 100 followers on Instagram.
Yeah,
it means a lot. I think we got about 60 views and counting right now on episode number 2 on YouTube.
Yeah.
As you guys saw, we released our episode number 2 early on Spotify, so stay tuned. We'll be doing that weekly. But yeah, I'm excited for episode number 3.
Yeah, it'll be really good. Yeah, what about you? What did you get up to?
Yeah, so beginning of the week, Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't get up to much. Me and my girlfriend both had midterms, so we're kind of studying for that. We ordered from Cantina downtown and through DoorDash. I signed up for their DoorDash Fast Pass or something like that. Nice. It's like a membership. You get 1 month free. So I got free delivery. And Cantina, their kitchen was closed. So they weren't able to send the, I think we wanted enchiladas or something. And they weren't able to send those. So they sent more tacos without letting us know.
Oh.
And I didn't get a refund. And it's probably $15 difference. So then I complained about it, but the tacos that arrived, they have the extra tacos for when you eat it and the toppings fall out, so you eat another one or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But there wasn't even enough toppings that any fell out. So it was I don't know. It definitely wasn't worth the money ordering from Cantina, unfortunately.
Then you didn't get your money back in the end?
No.
Really?
No. I think that I'm still working on it. I'm talking with DoorDash, so hopefully. But similar to your Valentine's, my experience with the service of the restaurant wasn't the greatest.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, rest of the week I had a math midterm. I think I crushed that.
That's good.
Yeah.
You didn't get your grade back?
Yeah, I haven't got it yet. I'm expecting mid 80s. Would be quite appreciative from me, but and then for the weekend, pretty tame on Friday. Saturday night went out with some friends. My buddy's Brett's birthday on Saturday, so went out downtown and then worked Sunday, all day Sunday.
Yeah.
And then had a family night kind of thing.
That's sweet.
Played some games. I won. We played Romoli, and I won $15.
Nice.
It was beautiful. It wasn't from other people betting. It was just my mom putting the money in, and I just won her money. So we could have skipped the whole game, and she could have just.
I just feel guilty.
She could have just handed me the money cash. But,
yeah.
No, my brothers were pretty upset about that. They were pretty sore losers. Yeah, but on Valentine's Day, it's tough getting presents because it's not like a birthday or Christmas. I'd say birthday and Christmas are the main thing for gifts.
Yeah.
So it's always tough. What did you get your girlfriend?
Well, yeah, I feel the same way about how it's tough because it's not like it's a sentimental sort of holiday.
No, yeah.
Like an anniversary or a birthday or anything like that. It's not like something that you look back on and think, oh wow, yeah, our 3rd year anniversary or whatever. It's just a Valentine's Day. So when I was getting my gift, I was thinking of getting something, and then I ended up getting a gift card because it was something that my girlfriend was looking forward to getting, and she wanted to get this sweater from Aritzia. So I got her a gift card, which seems like a shallow gift, but it was kind of there's more thought behind it than just getting. Well, I'll just get her a gift card, but. Anyways, I got her that, and then obviously cards are always nice. Getting a nice card and writing something nice in it with your handwriting, it's important. So if you're in a relationship, make sure that you're writing cards by hand and make sure you're giving them cards. But anyways, yeah, I'm in the same boat where it's like it's hard to get a gift for Valentine's Day because Valentine's Day is like a day made after love. It's not like a sentimental thing. It's just like everybody's got Valentine's Day.
Except for the single people, but
yeah.
But they have Valentine's Day people with the people that they love anyway. So.
Yeah. But you know what's interesting? I was like I picked up my girlfriend from her house and then I was looking on Spotify to try and find like a playlist to play.
Romantic playlist.
Yeah, exactly. So I searched Valentine's Day or something like that. Excuse me. And the first playlist that comes up, like under the genre, like it comes up as a genre on Spotify or something. And the first playlist that comes up is like a Screw Valentine's Day playlist or something like that because I guess it's because there's a lot of like single people. Like it makes sense to me because
fair enough. Yeah, I guess.
You know, Valentine's Day is kind of like I don't know.
It's a weird not even a holiday, but it's a weird day to celebrate.
And it's kind of like I mean, I'll compare it to this, but it's not actually like, but I mean, it's similar to how people celebrate like Mother's Day, Father's Day, Family Day even.
Yeah. That's true.
which just passed. But like in that some people don't have the same kind of thing to celebrate as other people do.
Yeah.
And it makes it a bit of a sore spot in people. And like I get it. And I think that there's a lot of value in acknowledging that and making sure that like your people, your friends, the people close to you who are experiencing hurt in those times, like are acknowledged. But yeah, I think that was something that interesting about the playlist because I saw on Spotify that you know the first playlist that comes up is like a Screw Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Screw love.
And the only way that would have been the first searched or the first one that came up searched is if that was the one that was the most tapped. So clearly it was quite popular and other people agree with that kind of thing.
I guess all the people that were in love were like just focused on their partner and not on the playlist.
They weren't pulling up to their girlfriend's house last minute searching up Valentine's playlist.
I guess I was just the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
Oh, that's good.
No, but I also saw this funny thing, and it was this guy, and I don't know if it was fake or real, but it was on Instagram, and he took a video of his girlfriend, and he was like, "Hey, babe, I'm gonna like propose to you on February 30th," and he said this on Valentine's Day, and her like very well not knowing there's only like 28 days in February. So it was really funny because it was like she was like, "No way, really?"
Yeah.
Like, so excited, and all the comments, reading the comments were so funny.
What did they say?
One of the main comments was like, "The moment she realizes is the moment that you die," because like they're basically saying that she would kill him from not. For pulling a prank about such a serious thing.
It is a serious thing.
Yeah.
I mean, how would you feel if you were in that situation, boys?
If I was the woman being pranked about getting proposed to?
Yeah.
That's tough. Yeah. Because, one, I can't imagine being posted on social media that way about just being joked about.
I mean, she must have consented to it.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was real either. Yeah. I feel like it was definitely fake.
I mean, I'm sure it was real in the time, but then she just was like a good sport.
Yeah, no, she definitely allowed him to post it. How would I feel? I would feel kind of silly. I would feel...
You'd feel silly?
I'd feel so silly, man. I'd feel like, oh, of course, it's
classic.
February 30th.
Oh, man.
Oldest trick in the book. Yeah.
Let us know how you'd feel down in the comments below.
Yeah. Drop a comment. Let us know what you'd feel. Yeah. Your emotions.
Oh.
Go to your emojis and comment your first 3 recommended emojis.
What? Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But yeah, Family Day just passed. Another day that, kind of weird. Don't know the history around it, but
yeah, it's in BC as well. It's just a BC thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
I know Mother's Day and Father's Day between countries it varies.
Yeah,
it's not the Mother's Day in Canada isn't the same as in England.
That's true. Yeah, because
per se.
I was thinking because my dad has, well, I have a lot of family in England because my dad is from England, and I asked him this morning. I was like, "Is it Family Day in Britain? Because you should send them a message or call them or something, give them a FaceTime." And he's like, "No, it's just in BC." And I was like, "Oh man, why isn't Family Day a thing that's just all across the world?"
Yeah.
I think that's something that's also really cool about living in Canada is that like we have certain holidays. Sure, we miss out on certain things, but
Yeah.
really we have all the holidays that most other places have, and we also have extra ones that just add on to the experience of living here. And I think that's really important, and I think it also is telling of the values that people have in British Columbia and in our area that we live in. And I think that family is a super important thing to you know to everybody, whether it is like a warm feeling that you have towards the people who raised you and the people who you grew up with, or it's something that causes you a lot of hurt. It is something that you need to acknowledge, and you need to be able to understand, like, even if I don't have a good biological family, like there are people, family, quote unquote, that helped me develop into the person who I am today.
Definitely.
And it is something that you need to acknowledge. And there's value in that. Like you wouldn't be where you are today if it wasn't for the people who you hold close to you.
Yeah. And family, although the word family could mean many things, it's not necessarily, especially on Family Day, it doesn't mean that you have to spend the day or care about the blood relatives you have.
Yeah.
Family could be close friends that you call family as well.
Like for me, my family, I have a biological family who, I have a very close relationship to. And I'm really fortunate to have that. But I also have the people who raised me through like different aspects of that. And you'd be a part of that. And it's, yeah, I think that family days, even if you don't have the same family that you can hang out with on the stat holiday that we're given, at least like you get that connection with the people that you care about, and that's important.
Yeah. Another day like Valentine's Day and Family Day and Mother's Day, Father's Day, that's not like super celebrated among all countries.
Yeah.
But like most recently is like when the Queen of England died.
Mm-hmm.
Like for like Queen Elizabeth, we got a statutory holiday off, like a day off in Canada, England. Not all countries got that kind of thing.
Yeah. I think it's a cool way to pay homage to like the short history that we've had as a country. And it also just gives us the whole day off of work. So, I mean, like...
Yeah, it's true. They actually have a show on Netflix about it, like the royalty family, like Harry and Meghan.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like, I don't know, I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard it's
There's a lot
quite
of drama.
interesting. Yeah. What are some other shows that you've been watching on Netflix lately?
Well, dang. Lately on Netflix. Well, first, I should talk about, this is something that I'm passionate about, okay? Netflix changing its policy. I just can't stand it. I think I saw something and I really hoped that it was true, that Netflix dropped the policy where it's going to just what's it called?
Allow families that were under the same household to use the Netflix account.
Yeah, it would only allow people who were in the same house. Where like I share my brother's Netflix and he doesn't live with me anymore, but I still was able to use it. And now I don't know if it's like this week or next week or whatever, but
February 21st is when they said it would be like officially firm. But the last 2 weeks they've been like popping it up. I've seen it every time I go on Netflix.
Every time it's like, is this your primary residence or whatever?
And you just say set up later. But the 21st is when they said they'd set it firm.
Yeah.
So by the time this episode is released, it will have been firm, unless they kind of call back on it.
Yeah.
And like you were saying, hopefully they don't go through with it, because I think that's ridiculous.
I just think it's
They'll
not.
lose so many
Yeah.
customers. There's
I don't
Disney
think it'll be
Plus,
worth it
there's
for them.
Prime, there's
Yeah.
like Tubi, there's so many different like platforms now that you can watch.
Yeah.
Netflix, one of their, I guess, advantages was that so many family members share it. And
Yeah.
it's just, it was the like show and movie platform to watch through.
And you know, it was also just something that's kind of memeable. Is like how you know people would still have the login info from their ex or whatever, and they'd be like have a profile called settings or something.
Yeah,
like
true.
that.
Yeah, they have that profile. Dude,
Yeah.
funny you say that. At my girlfriend's house, it was an Airbnb in the summer.
Oh yeah.
So now she's renting because, like, in university, it's just for the school year kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the TV downstairs is set to a random family that must have come there
Oh
as an
my
Airbnb guest.
How would they get the login info for home though?
If they don't, like, for the time being, for the last few weeks now, we've just been saying set up later. If by chance it does go through with the new rules, then her and her roommates will have to do their own account for the household. But yeah, it's just been this like Isla account like randomly.
Yeah, it's hard to say if like Netflix will. I mean, obviously, sorry, what I was gonna say. It's hard to say if Netflix will do well from their decision, I guess. But from an initial kind of opinion about it, but obviously, like Netflix is a huge company, and they have a lot of experienced business people who are all in there, who have made that decision and calculated like the risk of it and all that sort of stuff. And it must be something that will pay off, but I just think it's so frustrating. Like they've already upped their price, which I guess is also due to like inflation and the cost of like things nowadays, but they've raised their price so many times that it just becomes something that's just already annoying, and then now they've just made it like more strict, and it's frustrating. I mean, like if I like for instance us, like we share a Instagram account for this podcast, and it like say that was the only Instagram account I used, then that would just be a huge pain in the butt because one of us would have to be the primary resident, and then one of us would just have to buy another account. And it's just like it's just I don't know. Like we can split any other thing, but for some reason they're just cracking down on this one.
That being said, from Netflix perspective, if they were to have as many people that watch Netflix now on other families' accounts kind of thing, the amount of people that do watch on separate accounts, if they had gotten each of their own accounts, their like revenue would skyrocket.
Yeah.
Because it's true, everyone does share passwords. Yeah. So I think them doing that, cutting down really strict, is just for them to make more money.
Totally.
Which is unfortunate that they have to come to that, but it's just for them to compete financially. Yeah. So.
But also, do you think that Netflix is the best streaming right now? Like the best streaming card?
No, I definitely don't.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe 5 years ago they were.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, like Netflix is such a big company that has been around for a while. But what are some like in particular shows that you watch currently?
Yeah.
Or have watched previously?
Well, right now I've been watching like it's kind of lots of people kind of gravitate towards sitcoms and stuff like that, which I think is really cool. I like watching a good sitcom, but I've been watching Viking shows lately, and I watched what's it called?
Viking Valhalla?
Yeah. I watched that one more recently, but there was I forget what it's called, but there's another Viking show with Uhtred Ragnarsson. Okay. I don't know if anybody knows what, I forget what it's called, but anyways, that show I've like watched from start to finish, and now I've been watching Vikings Valhalla, which you're talking about, and I think it's super cool and thought provoking as well because there's so many different layers to the production that they've made. Like there's political, religious. And there's a lot of action as well. Yeah. And I think it's super cool because it provokes your thoughts, but it also gives us kind of like dopamine hits of like these cool action scenes that are just, they just get you going, and they're super like gory and stuff. And like, that might not be your thing, which I totally understand. But for me, like it's got like all the content that I'm looking for, and I really enjoy it. But yeah, Vikings Valhalla I've been watching. But in regards to like other shows, me and my girlfriend just finished Ginny and Georgia.
I love that show.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's also like I talked to some of my coworkers about it too, and they talked about like how much they love like certain characters and stuff.
Yeah.
Like Marcus.
Oh,
Like
the boy across the street.
Yeah, I work with mostly girls, so they're all like, oh, I love Marcus. Like one of them was saying how Marcus is just like the most attractive guy they've ever seen, and
Yeah.
it's like funny. But they also say that they just hate Jenny.
Why?
Like her personality.
That's so sad. I love Ginny.
You do?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
she I feel like she doesn't know who she is yet.
Yeah.
And the most recent season ended off of the mom, Georgia,
Don't give any spoilers.
True.
Don't give any spoilers.
Okay, anyway, Ginny, she doesn't know who she is. I think she'll figure that out. She's only 16?
Yeah.
I think. So just in high school, always been moving around between different cities kind of thing, just drag wherever her mom goes kind of thing. But
yeah, as she comes into herself, I think it'll become more prominent in the coming seasons. But like her character development, I think is really, really cool because it's pretty slow, but at the same time, it's like really important for the story because that's something that everybody can relate to. Like I think everybody's at a point of their life. I mean, this is really generalized, but everybody has a part of their life that they're like trying to discover what they prioritize and how they want to go about it.
What's important to them. Yeah,
exactly. And I think that that's kind of something that Jenny, that's part of her character, and that's part of the way it's written is that she doesn't know exactly who she is yet.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of helps people who watch it to realize like what it makes them think about what they prioritize.
Yeah.
It's definitely true for me.
It's very like funny how they portray different types of like male figures in the show. Like for Ginny, the two boys she's into, one's the smart guy in the AP English class that's musically talented, and the other one is the boy who's doing like drugs and like he's a stoner and riding a motorcycle across the street.
Yeah,
and
he's depressed. He's got mental
exactly,
and mental health issues.
Yeah,
and stuff
like
that.
Pretty deep depression because of his friend dying
and
stuff like that. So it's really cool how they show her different confusions and like ways of getting through situations and how she always draws closer to one more than the other kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, another show I've been watching is Atypical.
Yeah.
Really good show. I watched it, I think, 2 years ago, but just getting into it now. I remember talking to you about it 2 years ago.
Yeah, I watched the first season like a long time ago, and I really loved it. It was really cool because, you know, it's like something that helps people get awareness, I guess, for how to treat autism as like a as like a kind of a part of their life and part of their friends and stuff like that. So I think it's important, but
I think what's really cool to kind of dig deep into is Sam, the character with autism, and his counselor, and like their relationship and how he depends heavily on her, and she doesn't realize like how much she's doing for him in terms of like improvement in his independence and stuff. So, but yeah, another show is You.
Yeah, You has been a crazy like mind bender.
I remember watching the first 3 seasons, and it was just the same thing over and over again. It was Joe, like he was like finding all these girls that he was getting obsessed with, and then this is a spoiler, but like anyone who's watched the show will understand. He will do anything, even murder, to protect the woman he loves.
Yeah.
And then this new season, though, big change. It's like a murder mystery.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the new season.
That's all I'll tell you then.
Okay.
That's all I'll give.
Murder mystery.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah. Those are the 2 words. Murder mystery.
Have you seen Glass Onion?
I have.
You have?
It kind of gives me those vibes.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. But
So there's two of them.
I've heard really good things about
There's
it.
the Knives Out,
Mm-hmm.
which is the most recent one, I
Mhm.
want to say. And yeah, the Glass Onion, or Knives Out is the first one. Glass Onion Knives Out is the second one, or something like that.
Okay.
But the Glass Onion one is the newer one. That was 2020, I think it came out. And amazing murder mystery. Yeah. I really got into it.
That's cool.
And then you start to notice little things like his allergies and the main character, how he's hiding the napkin where they had the
I haven't
business
seen
plan.
it. Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
okay. I'm spoiling more
But
here.
anyways, I've heard that that show turns from like a murder mystery into like a different genre almost. Like you start watching it expecting it to just be a murder mystery, but it turns into like a drama or like something like that, you know?
Yeah, there is drama involved the whole way.
Yeah. But I think it's really cool how like they've kind of titled it as a murder mystery, but then there's like so many different aspects to it, so it doesn't just make it. That's kind of what people are pulled to, is that it's not just a murder mystery like some of these other shows are, but it turns into something that's more kind of captivating to the audience.
Yeah, I think another way they do that is who they cast. That's a big part of it.
You think so?
Yeah, 100%. So the main thing that they do with that, I think, is drawing in other audiences by the cast. Because one of the girls in the Glass Onion Knives Out is the girl from Outer Banks. Super popular TV show on Netflix. Okay. So using her as an up-and-coming actor or actress in this murder mystery is like drawing another audience into that movie.
Totally. Yeah, because you know that actress herself probably has her own audience that like follows her around as well.
Exactly. They're not watching it like specifically for the movie, they're watching it for her. Yeah. And she's drawing her audience as well as other actors drawing their audience and stuff like that. So that's interesting. Yeah. That's sweet. Yeah. I think that a big thing for TV shows is also their soundtrack. I feel like music is a big thing in the film industry. Yeah. Yeah. It totally is. It completely like manipulates the way that you think about or the way that you feel about a certain scene. Is like I've been watching different music theory videos about like different movies. Like for instance, Up is a good example where the main sound is like a happy soundtrack to begin with. Like it's everybody knows that one. Yeah. Everybody knows that soundtrack. But then when I feel like this is so long ago, I can spoil it. But like when the wife of the main character dies, they play the same soundtrack from the happy bits in the sad bits, and that manipulates your feelings to feel like gut wrenched about it. Yeah. Like it just wrings you out. Yeah, like, it definitely tugs your heartstrings a little bit. Yeah. And that's something that you can actually like study and know, like, and that's something that these shows actually, like, they hire people who can make soundtracks based on music theory so that people can so that the soundtrack actually coincides with your feelings and makes the show have way more meaning to you than it would have without the soundtrack. Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting. But what soundtrack are you talking about when you talk about that? Well, my favorite soundtrack being the one from Frozen, Let It Go, performed by Elsa. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. That's a really good one. This is something I do want the people to comment down below. Do you prefer Spotify or Apple Music? Apple Music or Spotify? Yeah, because Spotify, being the app that I use and Eli uses, the only current app that we release our podcasts on. We will try and get to Apple Music, but on Spotify, if you were to go onto your playlist and press shuffle, who are the first 3 artists that would come up? Who are your current favorite artists right now? Well, if I was to go on my Spotify and shuffle, the first artist, sorry,
the first artist would probably be like Black Bear or somebody like
Okay.
that. Like Black Bear, I have a lot of his songs
Yeah.
on my like liked songs, but him. I mean, it really depends on my feelings. Like I'll just play whatever. And right now, I've been listening to a lot of like early 2000s R&B, and I've been loving it. But the main songs on my Spotify would probably be like Black Bear, J. Cole. Um, yeah, it's hard to say. I also really like.
SZA. SZA is definitely the one you're thinking of.
she's an icon for the 2000s R&B, but I'm talking about Janae Aiko.
Oh,
That's who it
okay.
is. Yeah,
Okay.
she I like that kind of style of music that Janae Aiko kind of like embodies is really cool, and I like it a lot. It's kind of like it's one of those genres that kind of like tugs on your heartstrings.
Yeah.
And no matter kind of like what the situation is that she's singing about, you can feel it yourself. You know? It's cool like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, what about you?
I listen to a lot of, I guess, like, hip hop, rap type music. J. Cole, like you said, definitely a classic for me. Drake, pretty basic, but Corday is a big one. Code of the Friend's a little bit more chill, not so much like, I guess, aggressive.
Yeah.
But yeah, Code of the Friend's good. Corday, Omar Apollo, really good. Omar Apollo, yeah. Giveon, more like chill music. I've been really getting into lately.
For sure.
Yeah, so that's definitely been big for me.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of talked about the artists that we want to like that we love the most.
Yeah.
But like, we want to tie this into what we are as a podcast, which is, catering to the Kelowna audience in the Okanagan.
Yeah.
Like, what are like the top artists that you think realistically could come to the Okanagan?
Realistically, Code of the Friend. I don't think many people probably listening to this podcast have heard of him. Lil Pump even came to the Okanagan last year.
Yeah.
But Code of the Friend, I think, could. But as far as like venues in Kelowna, like Lil Pump can perform at Frosh with UBCO.
Yeah.
I think that we could get Code of the Friend for sure.
Yeah, and even like in that kind of topic, Black Bear, who I said was on my list, he actually played at Frosh.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That was 2019. 2019, I think.
Yeah, probably 2018, 2019.
2018, yeah.
But it's crazy that how timing works, because if it was now and Black Bear came to Frosh after, that was when he came to Frosh, it was after probably releasing Digital Drug Lord, which was like
one of his earlier albums kind of thing.
Sort of, but it was probably like one of his most popular albums as well. But like, it wasn't as mainstream. Yeah. But like now that he's released like Hot Girl Bummer and some of those songs, it's like obviously it would just be a sold out show.
Yeah.
He'd probably sell out. Well, I don't know if he'd sell out, but like Prospera even having like the following he has now with like, probably over 1 billion streams on Spotify alone for Hot Girl Bummer. It's like, yeah, it's crazy. But
another person I find that's similar that I listen to that's similar to Black Bear would be Amine. Amine is also really good.
Amine's a classic for me. Like,
I think you're the one who put me on him.
Yeah, Amine's good. Portland rapper. I mean, I feel like Amine is kind of like, the way I think of it from my perspective, like from what I know of Amine, is that like he kind of embodies the Portland scene, but portrays it in a way of like rap, Yeah. And I know that Portland is a really creative city, and I think it's really, I love his music so much, and I think I listen to anything he puts out, and I just love it, like regardless of like how good it is, really. Yeah. But he's a cool guy. I like his music a lot.
Yeah, I think Amine is another one that could easily come to Kelowna.
Oh yeah,
and sell out for sure.
You know what? You want to know something crazy?
Yeah.
It's that the band Magic? They did they did the song Rude.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah. They have like, Rude was kind of like a one-hit wonder in a sense, but I listen to a lot of their music. Oh, yeah. And it's like, for me, that's summer music. Like, that's just what I listen to. But they were actually scheduled to play at the Island stage downtown Kelowna.
Downtown, yeah.
Yeah, but nobody bought tickets. Like the marketing wasn't good enough that
Yeah.
anybody actually bought tickets. So then they didn't end up playing in Kelowna.
That's weird.
Even though they're like a huge band and they're so good. And I would like, if I knew about it, I would buy tickets in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But like they didn't get out. They didn't
sell enough tickets to come out here.
Yeah, they didn't sell enough tickets, but they like the reason is that they didn't actually like get themselves out there, or whoever was in charge of marketing,
media kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't get the word out.
Yeah.
So it's just so disappointing.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's like you want to see big artists coming to Kelowna and doing well, but then when big artists come to Kelowna, sometimes the marketing lets them down and they just can't come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That waterfront stage, though, I feel like that's not the best place to have a concert, because right there is like obviously the cement path, but it's like a wall of grass.
Yeah.
So they do all the grad walks down there, but a few other venues in Kelowna, I feel like better would be Prospera Place, like you mentioned.
Yeah. Prospera is like the venue.
Yeah.
Like that's where all the big concerts come.
Yeah.
And I've been to like some concerts there, and it's been great. I'm not sure what the capacity of the stadium is there, but it's
20,000.
Yeah. I mean, that's a pretty good like turnout to an event. And you know, the big name people that come to Kelowna all play at Prospera Place. I think it's a really cool venue.
Yeah.
I mean, there's hockey games, there's the concerts, and they also like rent out the venue for like other hockey games and stuff.
Well, and they do the ski swap there.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Or
Dang.
some of them. They do a ski swap at Trinity Baptist Church as well, and other ones in Vernon and Revelstoke and Vancouver and stuff like that. But yeah, like one thing that's big at Prospera, obviously, it's their home arena. It's the Kelowna Rockets.
Yeah.
In the WHL, which surprisingly, maybe it's not 20,000, maybe a bit less, 10,000 or something, but they never sell out. The one time they sold out was when Connor Bedard played there.
Oh yeah.
The Regina Pats, yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, rarely sells out. Kelowna Rockets is underrated.
Which is really sad because, you know, you see the Kelowna Rockets playing, and it's like the pride of Kelowna when it comes to like sports. That is our best team that we have. And it's in the WHL, like West, and it's our biggest team that we have in any sport. And yet they struggle to sell tickets.
Yeah.
Which is just ridiculous because, you know, every time I've been to a Kelowna Rockets game, it's been action packed. Like,
oh yeah, big time. Every game.
Yeah, every
so
game.
So much fun to watch.
Yeah. And like, how much do the tickets even cost?
Probably like $30-$40 for
if
like
that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That seems like high, like on the upper end.
Yeah. So you're paying $30 max almost. Well, if you want a box ticket, obviously, but so underpriced.
Yeah.
And so like good experience for what you're paying.
Yeah.
Like
it seems like a no-brainer, but it seems like there's just not enough like culture around hockey.
Yeah.
To actually like bring enough people out, which I think is really disappointing because you know, you can get like probably cheap tickets there, and like every time I've gone, it's been like such an action-packed game. There's been like fights. I feel like Kelowna Rockets has like almost always won every time that I've gone to a game. I mean, like it might not be that I haven't been to like a crazy amount of games there, but yeah, and it's been action-packed fights, which is what I live for some reason. Like hockey.
I think the goals are hype. Yeah. Like everyone cheers, everyone stands up, and like the lights go off and stuff, and the music when they score a goal. But the fights, different type of atmosphere when a fight goes on.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't know why, but yeah, the thinking of hockey in Kelowna, like. What other sport would get people to come out to games more than hockey would?
Yeah, I don't know. Soccer is big in the Okanagan.
Yeah. I feel it's sad to see because like that's the biggest sport that we have at the moment. Like that's the highest level sport that we have, and yet people still don't even have the draw to go to it.
Yeah.
So I wonder like what kind of culture change could happen to make it so that people actually showed up to those games and like enjoyed it as much as they could. But you know, that being said, it's a whole nother topic to discuss.
Yeah,
so.
We'll unpack that another week for sure.
Yeah.
But But yeah, let us know if you've ever been to a Kelowna Rockets game or if you go to them currently, like if you would.
Yeah.
I think.
And of course, just let us know if you have any topics that you think that would be appropriate for a podcast, and if you want to hear us talk about it. I think it would be really fun. But yeah, for now, this has been Eli and Me, episode 3, and write a bar about that. It kind of rhymes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's been fun, and hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. I'm Eli.
My name's Eli.
And this was
Eli and Me. Like and subscribe, baby.